So how old were you when you and Steve Mariucci really became good friends?
When we became good friends, I was probably 12 or 13 maybe. You know, we knew each other in elementary school, even though we went to different schools. He was on the north side of Iron Mountain. I was on the south side, or the west side. It was about, 6 blocks apart. But so
The geographic rivalry, right? Same time zone, though, right?
Same time zone, yeah. And then when we got to high school, we were as thick as thieves.
What was the connection? What's the connection between you guys? It's primal.
Two Italian guys that had dreams. We used to watch Notre Dame football. That was the only thing on TV up there. And, and when you watched it, you started dreaming about what you wanted to do. And then when we got to college, we were roommates for like 7 years, forever. He was trying to get through school. I was already done. No, I'm just kidding. But he, and then I went in basketball, he went in football, and then he went to California, and I went to Michigan State. And, the neat thing is we've maintained our friendship. We ran a golf out in Iron Mountain that, got us together every summer and did some things. But it's really good, and I always tell people, everybody wonders why I love football so much. There's a million reasons. He has a lot to do with it. But more importantly, it's fun to talk to somebody in a similar profession, but a little bit different venue. And his was, August to, at the time, November, and mine was November to March. So when you called the other guy, he had time to talk to you because it was in your off season. You had time to talk to him because it was in his.
And I know you're a big football fan. I never quite understood why you went into basketball in the first place. Why did he go into football and you went into basketball?
Well, in high school, when you're in Iron Mountain, you played every sport. And then I was actually recruited more to play football. And he was recruited a little bit to play football, but we both ended up walking on at Northern Michigan. And he went in football. That's a good question. I did play a little bit of spring ball. I did go out one year, my junior year, I think, of college. After they won the national championship, it was so exciting that I said, I can do this. And so I've always loved it, and I've had a lot of great friends, and I have a lot of good friends in football. And I don't know why I ended up going the route I did, but I keep hoping he gets back into it so that when I retire, I can be a quality control guy with him. And
I mean, you've always joked about that, but it always seemed to me to be almost realistic to think that if you had an opportunity to be a football coach, a coordinator, a linebacker coach at some level, whether it's the NFL or D3 college or something, that would be one thing that would be an itch that you would love to scratch, right? Is it even realistic?
It is, if he'd get back in. I don't know if anybody else would take
It would be a package. Would you be you're obviously a great basketball coach. Is it just automatic to assume that you'd be a great football coach, or maybe lacking the technical expertise?
You got to know the technical parts of it, but coaching's coaching, I think. I mean, it's really not even the X's and O's, as 90% of the coaches would tell you, some of the guys you've interviewed and you talked about, I mean, they all feel the same way. How do you motivate kids? How do you get kids to play harder than mine played the other night? And, things like that. That's still the name of the game. Doesn't matter what sport. In fact, it doesn't even matter what profession. If I was in business, I think Magic has done such an incredible job with his business life, but he's handled it just like he did his athletic life.